Hello.
How are things in Slovenia? Slovenia? Did I say that right?
Yeah, any good Slovenia songs?
Oh, nice to see you're happy. Oh, I'm glad you think you're happy to see our faces.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad to think our faces look happy.
Yeah, I'm glad. I didn't realize my face looked happy.
No. Yeah, we're nicer than pilots, apparently.
Pilots?
Ooh, yeah. Like Stone Temple. Or 21.
Are you throwing shade or something?
No.
You're not throwing shade?
Not at all.
You're not throwing shade?
I'm not throwing shade. I don't like throwing shade. You know who throws shade? Trolls.
So, in the spirit of trolling, I think we need to pay a tribute to the late, great troll song guy, and I don't know his name. And then he goes,
I think I started too high.
yeah. What's up, everybody?
You know, when we fish, we troll.
So, a little bit, we fish, we troll?
Yeah, there's a trolling is a type of fishing when you're like in the bay.
Like catfishing?
No, trolling. You literally you throw your line out, but you go slowly with the boat, and you just kind of drag, and you might chum the water. You know, put some chum, put some.
So when you bait somebody.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where it comes from.
I think so. Well, you're trolling.
Hey! What's up, Kathy?
Yeah.
So when you troll, you're actually baiting someone. You put bait out there for them to be like.
Yeah, I think that's different. I think trolling on the internet is actually. What does that say?
Sure, it's hello from my bed.
Hi. I sense a theme. Isn't it 2 days in a row?
No, last night it was Maya in her bed.
It's Stephanie.
Bless you.
I get nervous when people watch us from bed. Like, I don't know what they're using this for. Like, it's awkward.
Why do you have to make it awkward?
I don't want to make it awkward. I feel awkward.
You have to make it awkward.
I don't have to make it anything.
That's good to know. I'm glad you're at your desk. So, what are we talking about?
Oh, I feel better now.
So, well, I have to tell you, the first time I ever heard troll was like, I was on a chat board or like a chat room or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, going there again. I know. I was like, yeah. So, it was the first time I heard it was maybe fandom related because I was in these little AOL chat rooms where after a show, like after X-Files aired, people would all just go in and talk. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
AOL chat rooms.
Yeah, AOL. And people would talk about the episode. It was great.
Old.
But it was so hard to keep up with it because people would just like throw comments. It was like a constant stream of like just shit people were throwing. People would make shit up. They'd make up lies. They'd make up rumors. They'd say they know stuff about like the next episode. Then you'd have trolls come on there and just like curse people out for no reason. Like, yeah, it was funny. Yeah, you remember that. You were like 5, Charnette.
She started young.
Oh no, I'm young. But you remember that? You know your sister, because you said your sister was like, that's not true.
At least 6.
It's like, thinking this is like 1998 or something like that.
Now, Jeanette was born the year I graduated high school,
Johnson.
right?
Yeah, I don't. We're not going to talk about that.
No? All right.
We're going to talk about how old we are. So,
it's all relative.
So, yeah, so like, there were people that would come along, but like, I was just like, whatever. These people are crazy.
Cray.
Can we stop rubbing it in? What, rubbing in how old I am or how young you are?
You're upset that you're young?
I wouldn't complain about being young.
Ooh, get used to it.
Yeah, right?
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Enjoy it while it lasts. So, yeah, so I remember, like, I was like, yeah, and then and then there were people that came around, there were, like, an actual Ugg, like Ugg boots. Use that as a, yeah.
I think it's all perspective. I feel like I look like I have a
We're
tiny
envious.
head.
Yeah, exactly. We're 10. Yeah, well, I'm going to leave that alone. So people were like, and then the X-Files actually had an official website for the X-Files. They had an official
website back then?
They had a website for X-Files.
Wow.
Like, it was an official X-Files website, and the website had a message board, and people would come on, and the thing that got people mad or trolling were people that would start rumors. So it's really not that different from it today. But they were mostly rumors about, like, spoilers for Mulder and Scully, and then people get really, really mad.
Yeah.
And
well, that's nothing new. Rumors far, like, long before the internet, there were rumors.
But nobody knew each other because it was just, like, screen names. You didn't know. You didn't have a face. Yeah. Like, you just, like, someone's random name. Like, you know, Mulder 52 or whatever, you know. Is that one of you guys? Some Mulder 52?
Mulder 52? Yeah. Skidoo.
Mulder 51.
And you throw, like, 51. Mulder 52, you throw all your cards up and Mulder has to pick them all up.
Yeah, so then there was, like, nothing, but then I think there was a situation that happened. There were a couple people that used to get into, like, little Fandom fights. When I went to Haven, if anyone remembers Haven, I went to Haven, and I used to see people, like, get in these little cat fights, and it was mostly David and Jillian fans, and they would just start nipping at each other, like, little tiny little cat swipes. Like, just, like, nip. Like, they'd say something bad, like a Jillian fan would say something about David, or a David fan would say something about Jillian, and then they'd go at it, and then a moderator would come on and be like, we are ending this chat! So they would just shut it down. Like, every thread got closed. Haven. Because of that. And still, you didn't know what these people looked like, because...
This is the inspiration for the TV show Haven, right?
I don't even know what the fuck that is, but, what is that?
Well, Sci-Fi Channel, is that the one, like Warehouse 13?
No, it's like Haven for the FBI's
another X-Files
most unwanted, so it's based on Mulder's line from the pilot. Gosh, Live Journal. I didn't do Live Journal that much. But, yeah. Yeah, oh, you're just realizing that now?
I never knew that.
Okay.
I'm not into trivia.
Walt learns something new every day.
I really don't care much about trivia.
I don't really care much about anything.
Easter eggs.
More of the same, right. And then all of a sudden, Tumblr got popular.
Oh. Before Twitter?
I feel like Tumblr was more popular with the fandom before Twitter. There was a lot more people on there. Yeah, there was a lot. There were a lot
what
of
about MySpace? Was there any X-Files on MySpace?
I don't remember there being a lot of X-Files on MySpace. I wasn't really into MySpace. I think I'm gonna ask Charnette because Charnette's like MySpace generation, not me. Because by the time I got on there, everyone left and went to Facebook. So
I had like thousands and thousands of friends, and they were all comedians and whores.
No, you weren't. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember anything X-Files. I don't think it was really a place for, like, fandom stuff, so I didn't really get trolled in there or anything. I mean, I don't think I got trolled. I've been trolled on YouTube for videos and things. And then, yeah, that's right. I used to get my videos trolls. Like,
a lot of trolls.
We post, like, an improv video. Funny? Yeah, we post, like, an improv video and be like, this sucks. And
I was paid to troll David Letterman once.
Yeah, but that's a different thing.
Like, you know, they pay me, like, if the joke goes bad, they send me on.
My generation didn't have social media until Facebook.
Is that Charnette?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I did MySpace, but we were still old for MySpace. We're still kind of old for MySpace to be on there. Just like we're kind of old to be on
there. What about CompuServe?
A lot of my peers couldn't afford computers. Yeah, well, computers used to be more expensive, and now they're cheap.
Who was that?
Charnette.
Oh, yeah.
And we didn't have, like, you couldn't do social media on your phone, so this is old shit. Anyways.
Yeah, you take it for granted now. When did we start doing, when were we able to do Twitter on your phone for the first time? 8 years ago? 6 years ago?
It was like, yeah, I feel like it was like, shortly after I joined Twitter, I could get, like, updates, and I started noticing that I would find out.
What year did Twitter come out?
I think it was, like, 2007, 2008. Or maybe a little bit early. I don't know. This all started when you were in college. And I remember getting it on my phone and having the app and looking it up.
Was that like 2 years ago?
And finding news on... finding news on Twitter being like, oh my god, I found out news before it was actually on the news. Then I was like, oh my god, Twitter's better because I could find out news. Nah, I don't know if that's a good thing.
Only David can say that.
What?
Shut up, Walt.
Shut up, Walt. You ruined Walt Tubney.
Only David's allowed to call me that. We have a thing. We have a special thing where David can tell me to shut up.
Yeah, we have a thing where Walt's delusional.
David thinks I know everything.
Walt thinks he has a relation.
He says, "What? How could you request that you know everything?"
No. But what I'm leading up to is like the first time I had a real issue with a troll in the fandom because I pretty much avoided it. Was there was a board that was David Duchovny boards, and it was like I don't know
on Twitter.
No, it was just a forum.
Oh.
And the people were just like, all they did was like bitch about Gillian Anderson, like nonstop. Like they never talked about David ever. Ever. Like, maybe once in a blue moon they'll put a link for something David related, but most of the time they were, like, bitching about Gillian Anderson, so eventually I was like...
Oh, bitching, not fanning.
No, not fanning at all. It was, like, so hateful in me, and I was like, dude, stop bitching about shit.
I joke, but there's no call for that shit.
Yeah, so I was like, what the hell's going on? So... I'm not very old. I was okay, alright. Let's forget about, wait, what question could you possibly have? Walt, what question could you have at this point?
That's a good question.
You did, but you know what? That was Kathy's question.
Which one?
The good question that he told you was a good question, but you took credit card for.
Which one?
You asked David a question about his vocal warm-ups and asked him to demonstrate.
Well, yeah, but what I did,
we asked you to ask that question.
And that was San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What I did was I started asking a new question. That inspired me, so I do thank you, Kathy. That inspired me.
It was her question!
No, that was a good question. It was a great question.
You know what? It did get asked because of Walt.
No. I asked the question for Kathy, but what I started to do was ask a new question, because we've been talking about trying to get an interview for years, right? Or for weeks, months. So I started to do is ask a new question at each concert.
Oh, you're sad about that?
I'm sorry, I'll go back to that 2 seconds. I asked a new question at each concert, and then by the end of Stone Pony, I had asked 4 or 5 really interesting questions. I was able to put together an entire article that appeared to be like an interview of questions I asked, and then he answered. So it started with the vocal warm-up, and then the last question was, the commercial use of the music. And he said there's actually talks about using Passenger in a commercial. But other things, yeah, the Stony Pony, yeah.
Stony Pony.
Wait, is it the Stony Pony or the Stone Pony?
It's the Stone Pony.
Oh, okay, so that's what I used to call it.
You wanted him to demonstrate. Yeah, that would have been funny. But he was not going to do that.
No.
He'll wear a cow coat, but he won't demonstrate. That's fine.
Well, warm-ups are not pretty. Especially, when you first start out and you're not a beautiful singer.
Well, even if you're a good singer, they're not pretty.
Yeah, when I'm warming up, it is painful to listen to.
I hear it.
Even for myself.
He wanted us to do them with him. Oh, that would have been bad.
Let's all do warm-ups at home.
We're going to do warm-ups now. Like that.
Yeah. Me me mama moo, me me mama moo, me me mama moo.
Which one do you like?
Me me mama moo, me me mama moo, me me mama.
Okay.
Me me mama moo,
everyone
me me mama moo, me me mama moo.
I thought we were talking about trolling. We got way off topic.
Me mama moo, me me mama moo, me me mama moo.
Dina just like
good blood, bad blood, good blood, bad blood, good blood, bad blood, good blood, blood.
David goes in dry. I don't know what that means. David goes in dry.
He doesn't go in moist.
Okay then. We were talking about the whole trolling. Yeah. Where did I go? The power went out. Where did we go? Where did you, what? The power went out. The power went out. We had a brownout.
Not like a, Gillian Anderson.
No, we're not going to talk about that again. We did that yesterday. We did that yesterday with the poop and the thing and the
Is that what she calls her sharks?
Stop talking about... Why do you have to go there every damn time? Here. I realize that every one of these we're going to have to hit that on every one of these fucking live vlogs because of Charnette and Walt talking about poo flinging.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. So, that no more poo flinging. So I had a discussion. So we got a poo emoji. That's wonderful. I had a discussion. I got mad. At the people because they were just so mean. And then they came after me personally. Like one person came after me personally. So I left the board. I left that mean board. What is that? A bunch of monkeys and poop. That's she's flinging like monkeys.
Oh, she's flinging poop.
Monkeys flinging poop at me. That's nice.
Well, it's hard to fling a shark because it's just a little.
Can we not talk about sharks?
It's not enough to really grab and fling.
Stop.
Unless you bend over
so
and
I
aim.
left that and I was like, I have all these friends on Twitter. And like, I met all these really cool friends on Twitter. And then I was like, when I went to the Barnes & Noble, I had already met like Kathy and like Marlene and Jamie and like a couple other people. I think I talked a little bit to, stop it. I gotta do this again. I had talked to Charnette on Tumblr a little bit. This was like back in 2014. Oh no, I talked to Kathy in like ages ago. I met her in 2010 at David's show. And then I met Stephanie through Kathy and Jamie. And then We all met. I don't know. We all like slowly came together. But then I met like a whole new fling of people, like a whole bunch of new people that were on Twitter, like Mandy and Sass and Sandy and all of them, because we all went to the book signing and we had been talking on Twitter, and then we all just showed up. Yeah, you were on Tumblr. The poop ploof. Oh, really, we don't have to go over this poop flinging story again. No, Stephanie, you don't need to hear it.
Wait, there was flinging involved?
It wasn't on purpose. You saw me at the book signing, and you didn't even say hi. No, not the one at Candle. You saw me at Barnes and Noble.
The first Barnes and Noble
at Holy Cow.
Before the first concert.
Jeez, you should have said hi, Charnette. Thank you.
Oh my! Well,
you don't want to know. You don't want to know the story.
It was new. There was poop flinging at the Barnes and Noble.
So you've known Marlene since 2000, since we returned.
Yippee!
Yeah. So tomorrow, no, every day is poop themed Periscope. Unfortunately, not by choice. So stop it. He's like a child. Were you gonna sing a song about poop? Is that what you're gonna do?
Why not? I keep singing Darth Vader. Dun, dun.
It's not that he's not even. Yeah, I can't remember how back in my day we had AOL chat rooms. And back in my life, that's before I lost all my teeth. So, ultimately, this is coming down to one big thing. You went Stephen Cunningham. Why in the world did I deactivate Duchovniaks?
Why did you, in the world, deactivate Duchovniaks?
Because people were being trolls. There you go.
Oh, we go.
And I warned people over and over and over again that it was going to happen, and Walt reactivated it. Why? Because it's not fair to the people that have been awesome.
So many people show
and
us lots of love.
I'm going to talk about all the nice people out there that have been super awesome, because people, we love you. We love you. That doesn't look like a wall. Just
Ow!
Just ignore
I
that.
pinched my boobie too much.
Pinch your own nipple. Like, I got presents from people. People send me candy. People send me cards. People give me stuff.
You know why? Because David says he doesn't want any gifts. They just give them to us.
Like, we tried to give this to David, but he didn't want it, so I gave it to you.
We're sloppy seconds.
Charnette kept her bobblehead. Candy. Yeah, I got candy. You didn't see the thing that Kate sent me?
Got a lot of candy.
He grabs his breast. I think he has a problem. At least he grabs his own breast.
Maya brought candy.
Kate sent me candy. Kate sent me candy twice.
Beatrice brought candy.
Yeah, Beatrice brought me candy.
Oh, she brought us the candy that we had.
Judy sent me a check for no reason. I'm not quite sure. But she sent me a check to say thank you, and I didn't even do anything for her. And
it's like a GoFundMe that we never really officially set up.
I didn't ask for any presents. They just started giving them to me.
Now I know how David feels.
Well, no, I like the presents. David's like, no, I don't need them. I'm like, yeah, I'll take them. Sure, I'll take presents. Especially chocolate. Chocolate on tea.
We're very viable.
Yeah. So
not viable, just viable.
People give me things. That's right. You give me dish towels, and I still use the dish towels. They're upstairs.
Mommy coming to the baby. I don't remember the words.
He started a song. He doesn't even know.
What I want is what I
think you
want.
may have given me something, Charnette.
What I want is what I want.
I don't really expect people to give me things. I just think it's very sweet. Because I don't expect Tell people you need new chairs. Chairs, that's quite a bit that's a lot. The chairs are like, we do need new chairs and a new dining room table, but that's just a matter
Hey, it was interesting every time somebody almost fell out of one, though.
Buying one and actually, I really need people to come and take this damn table out so I can go get another one. Because right now, this dilemma is getting the table out of the dining room because I can't do it. And he won't, us doing it the other one, it's not going to work. We're not going to be able to get the dining room table out, so.
You just put on, like, Craigslist, say, free table and chairs, come pick up.
They don't want one that's falling apart.
Yeah, but there's some people take it that know how to deal with it.
And then your mom's going to get mad, because she'll be like, oh my gosh, you gave away my good table that was falling apart.
Well, hers was her great aunt's. It's like 100 years old.
I know, that's why. You guys don't understand. The dining room chairs. Yeah, the dining room chairs are all extremely wobbly, and people were breaking them because they were already broken.
When does family heirloom just become simply old shit?
It's become a liability at this point because people are falling off these chairs. We have no insurance.
That's not true.
Well, we do.
I almost killed myself twice. Mandy? What did it say? Money?
Mostly me.
Mostly me. Was that Charnette?
Yeah.
I had a couple times where I was sitting down, I was like, ooh, thank goodness I'm a dancer.
You get them fixed, reupholstered. Yes, we could.
You get some glue.
I don't think that's going to fix the problem.
No, you get some wood glue that holds the dowel in there.
They're so old.
The dowel.
I just want them all out.
The dowel keeps pulling out.
I want the whole thing up and out.
You got to make it so it can't pull out.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
See what I did there?
He just made it really uncomfortable again.
I don't know why. I don't see what the problem is.
I don't see what the problem is either. But I do see a problem with
trolls.
People being assholes. So, what?
I thought we weren't calling people names.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I didn't. It was actually Kathy that said assholes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can read comments.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
So, there's a thing that I realized was on, something that bothered me a little bit is, the subtweet. Yeah. Now, I am guilty of it, but usually, I do it in a quote, or I put it in, I don't know, it's a little more discreet. I don't know what the word is. Elusive? What's the word for it? If I put it in, I use a quote or something. I don't directly say, it's less obvious. I don't directly say. Less obvious
or more obvious?
I think the ultimate thing for me is to absolutely say a big F you was a meme pretty much attacking our entire bus.
Yeah.
Calling us freaks and creeps. That went beyond too far because don't say it's an indirect because it's a direct.
Yeah.
You don't have to tag me on it to know that you're talking exactly who we know exactly, and everyone to know who the fuck you're talking about. It's bullshit. If you got something to say to me, just fucking tag me in it. I don't even give a shit.
Or just don't follow us.
Or just say to my fucking face, because you know what? I have never seen you. I have never met you. You are hiding behind a username and an
What, they're hiding behind a bush?
They're a bush.
That was somebody else.
That's totally some other situation. I don't even know the whole story on that.
I have no idea.
But you're hiding behind a screen name. Yeah, wrong person, exactly. A screen name and whatever, a Gillian Anderson avatar. And you can come in and be like, all right, well, you guys are doing this. I'm like, dude, I will just flat out say I've gone out of my way to try and be as respectful as possible, and I see accounts being fucking disrespectful as shit, and I don't say anything. I just, 90% of the time, I look the other way. I see a lot of accounts with paparazzi pictures, which David has, seriously pretty much expressed he hates, period. Paparazzi in general. Are you doing Miracle, or are you now interpreting dancing my...
No, I'm recharging my chi.
I see.
Tai chi.
Yeah, I see. I just see a lot of, to come after us for taking pictures at a fucking concert when it's appropriate. When you're tweeting paparazzi photos.
Well, it's never appropriate to come after us. It was appropriate to take pictures.
Yeah, no, it was inappropriate for us, apparently, even though we cleared it with the producers.
Yeah, people don't know what they don't know, so they make up shit. I don't think they pull it out of their ass. Their ass is, I don't give their ass that much credit. They just pull it out of, hey, there's a fact. Let's tweet it.
It's shit. So going back to that poop thing, maybe
they do pull it out of their ass. Maybe they do.
More poop-a-moot. I hate pat pics. Fans post them. It is disrespectful. It is disrespectful to post them. It is disrespectful.
Pat pics? Oh.
Pap pics. It is disrespectful to share them because that is their personal
time. Don't show us your
time.
pap smear.
If you went to... Don't show us your pap smear.
No paps.
We're going to sing a song about that right now because there's two...
Pap smear?
Just put it on. Just sing it. We're singing it. World Poetry Day. Here's a something you might not want to hear. I don't want to see the paparazzi or your pap smear. If you know, even though he doesn't love me, you shouldn't be posting paparazzi photos of David Duchovny. I'll spray you with mace. You are invading his personal space. Made it through the internet, but it makes me upset. So don't get upset now that I'm on a roll, because if there's anything, that's what you should be starting to troll.
I don't want to see a smear unless it's on a bagel.
Ooh, yeah.
Because you're on a roll on bagel, like you could put a smear, but I don't want to see a pap smear.
See, I got lots of hearts.
I don't want to see a pap smear.
All right, so going back to Peplum, they're completely and totally. So the whole be here now. Well, what was up with that?
I'm giving myself a mammogram.
Why are you obsessed with your own nipples?
No, just my memories.
Stop grabbing your nipples!
Memory. I've got two. Well, they're not real memories. They're just flat.
Be here now, Walt. Be here now. Don't be over there. Don't be over there. Be here. So, yeah. What do you think of that? Be here now. Okay, so the most absurd thing, and honestly, I probably overreacted. I did, because I overreact sometimes, because I'm a highly sensitive person. That just means that I'm sensitive. But, just a little bit. And don't go there. Don't go where? Don't go where? A bit, me. I'm a highly sensitive person. Don't go where? I need to know. Just a little. Just a little.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. I don't think I overreacted to that fucking bus meme attacking everybody on our bus. Because everybody on my bus was respectful. There are a lot of disrespectful people at concerts. Oh, we're always... Yeah, well, Walt's just going to go there.
Well, we were driving a short bus.
God. It was long. It was not short. It was a van. It was a long van.
We got charged as a bus.
Yeah, I know. We
got told as a short bus.
We did not get... We're not...
MTA considered us a
He's
short
going
bus.
there. He's going there. He's going
Just
there.
saying.
Anyways, moving forward, you know, you go to this place where I have nowhere to go because you've just taken it to this whole thing. F that troll. I had a ball on the... Walt had a ball too. It wasn't an issue until someone... I wouldn't have even known about it because I don't follow any of those people. Karen had 3 balls. I have them block them. Yeah, Karen had 3 balls. I bought her 3 balls because of her back.
She left 2 behind.
They're here. I still have them in here.
We have Karen's balls.
We have Karen's balls.
Yeah, in a sack.
They're in the sack.
Oh, in a holder. Ah!
I knocked it out. These are Karen's balls. They're still here.
More than I get.
Oh my god. So, tell Karen she's missing 2 balls.
I went there. I lived there.
Ah! He went there. Now he's burping. So, yeah. Yeah, I had a great time on the bus. Let's, if it's not an issue, it doesn't need to be made one. Karen needs to give one to Walt. Oh my god.
We're all friends. We share.
Oh my god. No, you don't need to be sharing balls. Basically, here's the deal. If David wears a shirt that says "Be Here Now," it is not some type of message he is trying to project to specifically us. It was kind of a joke, and it was also a brand for, vegan food or something. So don't just assume because he's wearing that in photos that he doesn't want anyone to take any photos of.
We know what happens when you assume.
We did the...
You totally screw up.
Because one thing we talked for about 20 to 30 minutes before the tour started.
Just us and David.
No. Us. Yay, vegan food. You make an ass out of you, yes. So we talked for about 20 minutes, and Walt wrote this in the blog. We talked for about 20 minutes with
one of the
producers of the tour, and I said, listen, this is what's going to happen. I've got a busload of fans, and everyone on that bus they didn't know them because most of them were in Europe, and they only know most of the people from Europe or people that have been around before Europe. There's a handful of fans.
On the last short bus.
There weren't on the bus. Will you stop with the short bus?
I fear for my safety.
Yeah. Okay, so Sun Life Organics, a vegan restaurant in Malibu he likes.
What's a motto?
It's a motto for Sun Life Organics. It's like another restaurant. We should give him funny shirts with shirts with funny text with the trolls. Well, the trolls will buy it. So basically, yeah, that restaurant. We said, look, this is what we're gonna do. I have a busload of fans, and there are a whole bunch of other fans. Like I said, I'm Sassy and all these other people, original Duchovniaks, that don't come to as many events anymore because there's people. Fans are sometimes shitty at these things. It's not us, it's not anyone that I know, but it's people.
I used to know him.
It's not like a huge group of people.
Yeah.
But like
the minority.
It just turns people off. He gives away gifted shirts he won't wear. Yeah, my Duchovniak shirts is somewhere.
I think Maddie's got it.
Maddie's got it. But he said he didn't have it and he was gonna wear it, so.
He's using it to like.
Except the cow jacket. He gave away the cow jacket. He confirmed that. I asked him about it. Yeah, but he put it on first.
He did.
At least he gotta put on the Duchovniak shirt.
Well, the t-shirts you use as dust rags.
Yeah, that's true, but that would be kind of wrong. He told me he hadn't thrown it away.
Oh no.
He said he still had it, but that was like a year ago.
Interesting.
So that was the orange one I gave him. So I don't know. Show me in sleep. Man, he only wears black flannel. So, yeah. But we said, look, we have this whole group of people that are coming on our bus. They're going to be like, taking pictures of the shows, the concerts, and we might Periscope some of them and stream them and tweet them because you guys don't understand. There's people all around the world that want to watch these things that can't be at these concerts. Like when we're in Europe, most people in the U.S. couldn't go. So it's like, they want to see this shit. And so people have been
in hospital beds that are following us, and and like.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like there are people that are not physically able.
We provide a service.
Well, I mean, we just like it. I want people to get. I want it to be like people can be there, and I think the live stream was kind of cool. Like the Periscope, we stopped kind of Periscoping after that whole thing with Dita, but it is exhausting because you're holding your hand up the whole time, and you don't get to if you dance around, it's gonna look like shit. So I agree on the whole aspect of being like, put it on a tripod or whatever, and then put it up there. Of course, if you put it on a tripod on the stage, chances are the venue's going to get pissed at you. But you were driving to work once.
Maya?
Hey, Vavi!
Hey!
Wait, did you say Variety? You called you Variety.
Who?
It was a typo.
Who said Variety?
It was a typo!
Oh, she said Variety.
No, Charnette said Variety.
Oh!
Yeah. So we said, look, this is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna Periscope,
Bonsoir.
and we're gonna film some stuff, and we have a better camera. And we said all this, and they were like, "That's awesome! That's so great!" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have like 10 people at least every show." They're like, "Oh my god, that's the best thing in the world."
Because they appreciate us.
They are the best people in the world. They are completely awesome. His
Amazing.
team.
They don't deserve the crap that people put out there.
Well, I mean, people put out crap for everyone. They give crap to us. They give crap to David.
But they work their asses off.
They work their ass off.
And then people just have the most bullshit.
Well,
and sometimes at the concert too, people that I respect that know them and are like giving them shit. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Well, I don't want to get too negative.
We don't need to be part of the problem right now. Not in our circle either, but people that we know.
I'm just saying.
And I'm watching
really
like,
awesome.
Oh come on, these people working their asses
they
off.
They do work really hard.
And they don't have time to massage your ego like I don't either at these moments.
Yeah.
They need to get the sound check done. They need to get David ready to perform, and they need to deal with the venue. There's a lot of shit that goes into these things.
Crappy about things.
They don't need to be your babysitter.
No.
Make sure you're having an amazing time.
No.
If you're not having an amazing time, I'm sorry.
Well, it is difficult. Yeah, they run around with like chickens to make sure everything runs properly. Yeah, they do, and they do a lot of shit. And I just
they start yelling at security guards. There's some places the security guards are shitty, but some places they're not.
We talked about that yesterday. Boston was
but like in San Diego, they were amazing,
they were awesome,
and people were talking to them like shit. I'm like, no, this is like the best team
That's
we've ever had.
That's what pisses me off. Like, you need to treat these people piss me off the most.
Yes.
Okay, you need to treat the person serving you drinks, the person that is bussing your table, the person that's cleaning the bathroom floor as nicely as you treat David Duchovny. Okay, if you're not the type of person to do that, it really pisses me off, and I don't like that shit. And when I see that shit happening, and the security guard too, and the guy that's running the box office, if they're not nice back, you can kind of let it roll off you a little bit, like, oh, this guy's a dick or whatever.
And if you're a shitty person, and I can't implore upon you just to be nice, let me implore upon you this. And I can tell you, after 15 years working in comedy clubs,
I agree, Ken.
Being nice to the waiter or waitress will get you farther than being nice to the producer. Okay? Because that's the person that's on the ground that's gonna take care of you. The doorman, the security guard. These are the people that if you're nice to them, you can get away with a lot of shit, or even get. What I'm saying is, I do it just to be nice. They're not going to get
you to meet David, so get that out of your freaking head right now.
If you have agendas,
suck up to the security guard.
If your agenda
be nice to the waitress, be like, can I meet David?
If your agenda is unreal, you're never going to be happy.
Don't ask the man with the guitar for any authority, because we can't get you that either. What we can do is offer you really great friendship and companionship.
I guarantee nothing.
But if you're being my friend, expecting me to achieve that goal, don't. Because I make no promises.
And I'm not going to be mad at you for being shitty. I just don't have time for you. I don't have time for you.
The staff at in the LA show, the security would kind of Music Box was great. The security, some of the staff at the Roxy were kind of dicks. But the wait staff was nice. The waitress, there was a waitress. No, the wait staff was really nice. Steph hugged the door guy. Yeah, he was sweet. I thanked him too on the way to San Diego.
I gotta tell you the story regarding
Social
LA.
Hall, they were okay. They were just a little bit disorganized.
You'd appreciate this. So we're doing our first class, right? I was substituting for Andrew at the kids class, and we did a scene about LA. And I came in acting like kind of surfer dude-ish. I said I came from Malibu. In fact, I even had a surfboard. Hey, dude, hey. And I was just kind of two-dimensional. Being kind of annoyingly putting all the work on the other person, being kind of, having no responsibility, all this stuff. And then I get off, and we were talking about LA, and East Coasters don't love LA because they're all like about what you look like, nothing on the inside, right? In fact, I don't think they have souls, but that's a whole other story. But I get off stage, and this 10-year-old kid says, "Oh my gosh, that is so how they are in LA."
Oh my god.
And this 10-year-old kid was like, I've never,
surfer dude?
Yeah.
You were there for all of 10 minutes and you nailed the character. That's impressive.
Two. I was doing the character.
No, we had ice cream there. We had ice cream in Malibu.
We did. Yogurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't, did I? Yeah, I had a little bit.
Oh, no, we had yogurt. I'm sorry, we had froyo.
Yeah.
Froyo. We didn't have ice cream, we had froyo.
Froyo.
I did find the people there a bit odd, I will say. I went to the CVS and I got in line in that little shopping center where you're saying, a lot of celebrities go in there and there was we've got ice cream. Whatever, I don't know. People in there were weird. They were odd. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it was definitely not.
Well, it's different priorities in life.
It's a different energy than here.
Some people are much more into being seen, and they don't really care about being heard or understood.
It's like I don't feel that same energy.
Being able to put a sentence together.
Yeah, it's nice. It was nice for the weather. The weather was nice. Mm-hmm. It got a little cold.
See, that's the problem. It's never cold, so they really don't need survival instincts. They can be shallow and two-dimensional.
It was a little cold in San Francisco. They were pretty nice in San Francisco, too. I thought the venue was interesting.
You spent all those hours in traffic.
But I was annoyed with the situation, and I tweeted about it a little bit, because the LA venue, they dumped the curtain on our heads twice when we were up there. The curtain just came down, and then they had a separate tier for celebrities, which was stupid.
It was behind the lip of Florida.
And they were like, "You can't go on this tier," and I was like, "Well, that's the dumbest thing." I've been to 26 out of 32 shows, and I've never been to a show where I've been told you can't go over there because you're not famous enough or whatever. And I was like, well, that's...
Well, we've never done a show in LA. I mean, LA...
That's why I don't like LA!
Yeah, but
there we go.
But these people...
These people...
They do need some level of separation because they will get mobbed by the crazies.
Okay,
so they need a section.
But
they need a section where they can go and feel comfortable.
There's plenty of famous people in New York City, and that doesn't happen.
No, maybe
there are a lot of celebrities that came to the cutting.
If I flash my SAG card...
It's true. I'm famous.
Will my SAG card get me into...
No, because everyone has a SAG card in LA.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
It just means you worked in the background.
Yeah.
Where, a lot of I didn't see any with my eyes. Walt saw them all because this is what upset me the most about, and I'm gonna tell you this. I may have seen in a bad mood. Yeah, no one gives two shits in New York about celeb. We're just like, oh, there goes freaking John C. Reilly. I see Michael Emerson walking his dog by.
Did I tell you I thought I saw John C. Reilly at the ferry?
You might have, because I've seen him walking around 9th Avenue before.
So I'm at the ferry. I'm waiting for a
Maybe
ferry.
he was at the ferry. But
And this guy comes up to me and says, "Where's the bathroom?"
And it was John C. Reilly.
I looked at it, and it took me a second.
Yeah, let's stay on topic, though.
And then he went around, and I tweeted it. Did I just tell you where the bathroom is?
Okay.
He never got back to me. So it could be him.
No, but like, what was I gonna say? That whole thing. If we saw Candle at David I saw the. That
was the day before we saw him in King Kong too.
David at Candle's Cafe. We saw the back of his head. That was nice.
I never saw the back of his head. My butt was this close to his back. All right.
So the whole point was farted. Like you didn't have that in your but the thing that really upset me about the LA thing was it got so packed and crowded. Walt left the front to go get a drink, and there was a cocktail waitress coming around. You didn't need to do that. There was a cocktail waitress. Yeah. I
noticed that when it was too late.
He left, and then
I get a
phone call right before, and this is like a 2-hour period between the meet and greet and when David's about to come on, because we saw the Walcotts, and then we saw Keaton, and we saw like it got more and more smushed. We're getting more and more smushed. There's like a 2-hour period from that whole thing, that whole meet and greet thing. So we're standing there for 2 hours, like, and I love Keaton, and that was so awesome. And I love his hip hop group Backbone. That was awesome. But by the time it was coming around for David to come on, I was like, damn, my feet fucking hurt. Thank God she was the waitress. And it's Valentine's Day, and I get a call from my Valentine's saying, I can't get back to you. I'm at the bar. I cannot get back to you. I'm like, you can't get back? He's like, no. Yeah, it was hotter than a dragon's ball. He's like, I can't get back to you. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not with my Valentine, and it's Valentine's Day, and you're not going to be with me for the show. And then David came out and started singing, and I'm like, this sucks. It's just like, Happy Valentine's Day, and I'm like, my Valentine's at the bar. And so I was going to leave, but then I didn't want to just like up and leave this spot because we were trying to cover it for the website and do company acts, and I was doing my thing. No drinking, no bathroom breaks during the concert. Yeah, pretty much you gotta plan it that way or else you lose your spot.
We're slavery fans.
What?
Fan slaves. No bathroom.
That didn't sound right before the thing.
Slavery.
Okay, stop it. Remember when I said you can't say inappropriate things?
Oh, it's like spasming my knee all of a sudden because it was stiff to begin with.
All for you. I do it all for you. Yeah, rules.
We do it all for you, Damien.
Damien?
Oh, that's what they say in the Omen.
Well, I thought we were saying I do it all for you, Mulder. You were able to move freely. Walt went back to the bar, and he saw Chris Carter.
I kept trying to get the nerve up to go say hello to Chris Carter, and I never did.
So it turns out the celebrities weren't even in the celebrity section.
He wasn't. I saw Mitch up there, and I tried to wave to him. I don't think he saw me.
No, he's like, I don't know.
He hasn't seen me. We've talked on Facebook. I don't know if he'd actually recognize me in public.
But you met
him. If I introduced him myself, he'd be like, yeah,
I understand you better, and I'm proud. He met him at Wizard World.
I did. And 3 days before I met him, though, he said, thanks, Walt, to me. He DM'd me and thanked me for the video I made.
Yeah.
So where number 3 says, we need more Mitch. I thought that was a thanks.
You want to sing another song?
You want to sing a song? What are we going to sing about?
What are we going to sing about? Okay, we already sang a troll song. We're saying about paparazzis. Oh, should we sing a song called Be Here Now? I don't know. What are we singing about? What are we singing about?
Be here now.
Let's talk about trolls again.
Cow.
Let's talk about trolls again.
Be here now.
Let's talk about trolls again.
Don't be a sow.
Let's talk about trolls again.
When you're not being present,
California trolls.
You know you might just be like a peasant.
Ooh.
Begging for too much time you don't have. Well, you should just go home and rub on some salve.
I have a better one. Can you do something more up-tempo? People, listen to me. There are some things you cannot see. You might ask everyone in quite a thing because, yeah, everyone came in a frown because David shut David's Periscope down. He shut it down. 4429. Oh, I thought we were gonna do another verse.
It's a pregnant pause.
Oh, we got another one. Okay.
You do a B section? Bridge?
Now I tell you, I don't know about you. But if nobody else would know if I didn't do what I do. People gotta get the word out on social media. Because with your pictures, they need to feed ya. Yes, nobody needs to know. I gotta take my pictures and tweet them to go. No obscene photos of Julianne. Because I am not an understand. You want people to learn about their music and buy it. I tweet the photos and videos so they try it. Yeah, that's where I'm from. And it's gonna sell lots of albums. We didn't really have a bridge. We just didn't really.
Why? Those
I
a
didn't
bridge.
have a bridge.
No, you did a bridge.
I didn't do a bridge.
You did a bridge.
Well, it didn't. It sounded like the same thing. It was
No,
like
I went to
baby, baby.
You did. No, you did. No.
I'll have to go back and watch.
Well, no, you had the same rhyme pattern, but there was definitely a bridge.
Curries.
Is it karaoke, Larice?
Karaoke Larice.
Oh.
So I think I made my point through a song. I think I should like take a clip of that and send it to David. What do you think? No. What says no? What says no? Do we lose
Survey
everybody?
says.
So anyone else have any questions about trolling?
How to do it?
How not to do it?
Yeah. How to troll 101. Go on Twitter. Be a shithead.
Don't be a shithead.
Don't be a shithead.
Be nice. How do you troll?
Go on the Twitter and pretend you're on the shitter and share what's on your mind without being kind. That's how you roll when you're a try.
No! Oh, you're not gonna pick up yet? You're gonna pick up yet? You're gonna keep going? You're doing it. No! No, that's not what you do. If you can't think of something nice, you just tweet about taking a poo. Don't think of something nice, or think of something nice. If it's mean, you mightn't think twice. This is the after school special. Or tweet about taking a poo. Yeah. I don't know why these fan discussions keep ending back in the same place.
I'm sensing a theme.
I'm sensing a theme too, and I don't like it.
Fling your poo. Fling your poo. I got nothing.
I'm done.
I got something, but yeah, I can't say in public.
As opposed to tweeting while taking a poo, how about coming to a show before comment? Coming to a show before comment? Yeah, coming to a show before commenting. That's right. Come and see what a show's about. A concert. Right? Go see a concert. Just tell.
That doesn't necessarily stop them from being shitty, though. Because there's been people who've seen plenty of concerts and they just got shittier and shittier.
They're not on the Twitter, though.
Yeah, I've Twittered on the shitter. And,
Why are we talking about the stop?
Well, no, that's where I tweeted for the first time I'm going to let Stephanie order for me because I was so constipated. And
I don't know what story he's talking about.
What story?
What story? She asked what story, Maya.
Where do I begin?
Oh, the Jillian poo. No, we're not going to talk about that. We keep coming back to it, and we just don't want to. We don't want to talk about that.
It's backed up.
It's just that you can look it up. Ask Charnette in the chat or DM. She'll tell you all about it. I learned about it on the way to Chicago Wizard World. She told me all about it, and then I watched the interview where Jillian told the story. Yeah. David has one too. Has one what? A poo story?
My David has never sharted in his life. I refuse to believe that.
Wow. What is his story? Whoa, what is that? What's that? Pat. Hey, Pat. Okay, wait. No, he doesn't have a story. There's no poo story. I'm sorry.
No, my David's above it.
Same show he told a poo story on Leno? What? Oh, you're right. He did. He did the poo poo. Yeah, but that wasn't real. That wasn't a real poop story. That was a. That was the story where he made Sean William Scott think he pooped in his trailer or something. Is that what it? Yeah, but he did it.
But do vegans ever get constipated?
It was fake story. Fake news. It was a fake story. It was he faked him out. Yeah.
Is Stephanie still there?
He didn't actually like poop in his dress and like fling it up.
He was wearing a dress?
No, but
well, she didn't fling it on purpose, right? She's like whipping off the dress and.
I feel like we're gossip monitoring right now, and we shouldn't be.
You know, people's shit should be their own personal.
This fan cast was supposed to be about us, and now we're becoming gossip.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
You ever eat like too many of those gelatin sweet tarts?
We're going to talk how we were in the hotel, and Walt's blog was posted, and we realized he was on the toilet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, blogging from the shitter. Yeah, shitter blogs.
Do we really have to keep talking?
Well, no. Well, you know, it's a time to focus.
Oh, he put mashed potatoes. Okay, that's not. Okay, that's good. He put mashed potatoes.
It was fake poo.
Sean William Scott.
How'd they get brown?
I mean, they might have been brown, but no. Charnette says there's another story, but I don't really want to talk about that.
I have no desire.
I want to talk about.
My David's perfect.
We talked about Be Here Now. We talked about why Company X was deactivated and why it was reactivated.
Why it still may be deactivated.
What could cause it to be deactivated again? Nothing.
Hey, you know what? And for everyone that's here, I think
it is not fair to all the nice people. The nice people that are here, all you wonderful people that have sent me candy and cards and checks and like things, like nice things, towels and scrapbooks and
towels.
Yeah, towels. I got towels. Yeah. And it is not fair to all the people that it is not fair to all the people that have been great, because like 2 or 3 people are being a-holes. And then the fans in China, exactly.
Well, you know what's important? We will not stop being friends with anybody. What we do on Twitter has nothing to do with who we're friends with people, right? But there have been times in my mind, and somebody has recently told us, like, we're like the leaders of this fandom. And that was never our goal. It was more of a commentary than trying to be a leader. Like, the CompanyX.com was much more of my own kind of commenting on what's going on. And if being the target for nonsense is the result, is the continual result of running a blog and a Twitter called the Company X, I don't know if I want to be a part of that. You know, I'm not in this for ego. I don't have an agenda.
No.
Everything that we've gotten
very clear
as a result of doing this has been a bonus. Never expected. The day in Pittsburgh when David said, "Oh, you're Walter, right? I liked your review." I never expected to be singled out to have a conversation with him about music. Yada yada. You know what I mean? I was never an agenda. I was just sharing my thoughts. Many times Reese, you should go blog about this. I'm just like, I'm not really inspired to blog about something. I'm not trying to blog about every little thing. If it's in my head, I blog about it. And sometimes I ramble.
What I wanted to do,
but there's no agenda.
I was extremely frustrated in Europe because I could not get good internet access. Yeah. I was taking a lot of really good videos and photos, and I simply could not put them online. And it just like...
Well, you feel obligated to do stuff.
I feel a certain obligation because we started this, we started off as like a small thing. There were just like maybe 10 of us that were all friends.
Yeah.
And we kind of, you know, like Sass actually helped me come up with a name, but we were all kind of bouncing up names. Right. You were like the Covenniacs. Ultimately, there was a really crappy post that went on another fan site, which shall name, 700 people in China. Our agenda is simply to support David's projects and have fun at David events with our friends. That's our agendas. And have a recap for the events and have a record of like videos or... Yeah. I don't need to video the whole damn thing, but I need some stuff, like maybe a few photos, a few videos, some clips. Periscope, if I'm allowed Periscope, and I'll do that as long as my arm doesn't get tired. I'll try and do that so that people that cannot be there feel like they're there, because I know people appreciate that. But I was extremely frustrated because I was, you know, I went to Europe and I was like, after every concert, I'm going to do a write-up. I'm going to do like a quick little recap. And as we got there, the reality of not being able to do that was, I feel obligated because people out there, they're truly, because people appreciate it. And exactly. It's not because they're expecting it, it's because they appreciate it. And I don't want to let them down because... Yeah,
I do feel they appreciate it. There are people that I feel like do expect it. And when you stop doing it, they feel hurt that you're not doing it.
They understand. They understand. And I had fun. Europe was great. Mm. I had a good time in Europe. It was definitely a lot more enjoyable than this last whole thing. And, so basically, ultimately, my agenda, and people have accused us, even like these trolls, they've come out and they're like, you have this agenda, you want to do this. I'm like, you want to get close to David and be your bet. He's not going to hang out with you and like call you or whatever. I'm like, that's not what I want anyways. I just came to do this because I'm a fan, and I want to attend these concerts because they're fun. And, I have a website, I have a fan site because I'm a fan, and all of us, there was another site, ultimately, this is what happened. There was another site that it was a fan site, and it was putting a lot of those things that we talked about, the paparazzi photos.
Pap smears.
There were pap smears on that site. And I'm saying, when I say pap smears, that doesn't just serve as to pap smears, calling paparazzi. There were a lot of paparazzi photos on that site. And we went to that...
Or pictures we've seen 1,000 times 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, no, there's new stuff. Like, crap. They won't post something about, like, his book or whatever, and then they'll post, like he's out with his kids walking around. And but not even that. There's no article, just pictures. So that site kind of started to bug me, and then they would tweet sightings that seemed like they kind of gave away his, like, where he was. Like, some jerk tweeted something mean on a plane about him, and they retweeted that, and I thought that was fucked up. I was like, why are you retweeting that if you're a fan site? So, I was like, you know, there isn't a good fan site. He doesn't have a website. He didn't have pap smears serves a purpose. Pap pics suck, yeah. So, okay, you have a confession. Okay, we'll get to that. You used to send them fake news. I love it.
Charnette?
Charnette. Charnette sent everybody fake news. Chances are, if you saw something that you didn't think was true, it was probably Charnette. It was all Charnette. Charnette is curator of fake news. That doesn't surprise me.
Charnette for Trump. It's all Charnette's fault.
No, she only curates fake news about David and Jillian. But, which is kind of fucked up, honestly, because it does rumor monger. But, Princess Awkward.
And again, I'm going to leave you with...
No, I'm not done.
Okay.
I'm not done. So this site, so I didn't like what they said, but ultimately what happened was we all went to Camel Cafe the first time. It was a bunch of us. They were like, fake sightings. Okay, well, that's good, because obviously David wasn't where the sightings were, so then they retweet that crap. If I see a sighting on it, like, and I don't look at his mentions anymore because it's just too much time. It's too much time and there's too many crazies.
I just saw him in the Louvre.
The Louvre?
Not the museum.
The Louvre?
Never mind.
Okay, no more talking for you right now. Okay, I just looked my hand. So I'm never gonna get the Lou. The Lou. Yeah, that's what you meant to say, the Lou.
The WC.
Yes, like the Lou, that's what British say.
He's in water.
There was a woman who had an elaborate fantasy of marrying it. That's a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people have that, and they don't think it's a fantasy, they think it's a possibility.
I think more people have that than you think.
Yeah. It's really eye-opening. So,
getting to
my story, what happened was we all went to that book signing thing at Candle Cafe, and You were there, Charnette, but we didn't know you there. But there were like about 10 of us that all knew each other. And some random like website journalist came and like did a write-up of the event, and it was mean. It was like she eavesdropped on a conversation he was having, because he hung out after he signed books. He hung out, was just chill with everyone, and hung out with people and just talked to random fans. He was totally chill. And after he did the signing and discussion, it wasn't crowded. It was like, there were people there, but he was just chilling. He put on the cow coat, and there was a mean article. It was a mean article. Day later, it basically called all of his fans legions of weirdos. It was
the weirdos.
There was some story that they eavesdropped on that they rehashed in the article. Yeah. The Cindy Crawford pics last week, they published fake news that were from his kids, and they're like a foot smaller than they are now. It's like, this is not up to date. So, so what happened was, that happened, and I was like, that's really fucked up, because this is not what happened at the event. I mean, that's not what happened at the event. It was like not a good write-up of the event. So, I thought it was really snarky, and they posted it on their website, and I was like, this is not a fan site if you're posting this shit. This is not being supportive. This is being really not supportive.
They're not trying to be supportive. They're trying to get hits.
Yeah, exactly. It
was
like internet marketing.
Yeah,
so
bullshit.
So I say, next thing I know, like a few days later, Walt just showed up and it just popped up, and I was like, yeah, the Camel Cafe article was crappy. Yeah, she talked shit about us. Yeah. And, not just us.
Who was that woman at the last Camel Cafe? Was like, the Decomniacs are blah, 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 blah. And it says, I'm one of them.
Yeah, she talked shit about the Decomniacs to Charnette.
People don't even know the fuck we are, and they're talking shit about us.
She's like, they're right over there. And that was after I gave her a CD. I gave her one of my extra CDs. I literally was just like, here, you have a I have an extra Hell or High Water CD. You want one? Well, stop it. Stop it. Ah! You got water everywhere.
I'm moist.
Anyways, that happened. So I thought, then he popped up with a website, and I'm like, hey, man, yeah, she was eavesdropping on David's private conversation. It was rude.
You're talking about the cutting room?
No, this is at Candle Cafe.
Candle Cafe. Oh, that was before cutting room.
We were annoyed.
The first Candle Cafe?
Yeah. And so then, then we had cutting room, and then a few days later, we're like, hey, Walt just started a website, and it just showed up, and he sent it to me. He sent me the link, and I was like, oh! And he sent it to, a whole bunch of people in our group. They were all friends. And we're all like, oh, that's so cute, thecomediacs.com. So then, I think the first official event I covered was, what did I cover? That was the summer that Aquarius started. So we were doing live tweets with Aquarius. We're pushing that a lot. He was doing a lot of promotion for that. Hell or High Water was out. He had Holy Cow was, it was the same year. So all this stuff was going on. And I was
a lot of X-Files news.
Yeah, there was
ramping up to the X-Files.
Yeah. There was a lot of chatter about X-Files and stuff like that, and they were just like, okay, so we have something that we have the website, and he went to BookCon. He was doing BookCon in New York, and that was the first official event I covered for decomniacs.com. And then after that, I think we went to Walt. He's like a 2-year-old. Literally, he's a 2. He's literally 2.
Speaking of number 2.
So what happened was, after that, we said, we need a website that's positive, so we're going to try and keep this positive. And that's what we've tried to do. And I guess, this is my agenda. I want to go to these events, and, I want to go to a signing or a concert. I want to meet with my friends. I want to have a good time. And then, I've seen your comments. I'm just, trying not to get him a little bit too off track. The cutting room was great. It was after the cutting room, because we all bonded there. It was such a great event. And so we said, hey, let's nobody could keep up with all what he was doing either. So we just said, let's just publish all the articles on one place, so that we're not all like, oh, did you get the link to this? Did you see this video? Did you see this interview? What if there was a website that had everything all at once? We're like, let's do that. And please continue. Yeah, that's the whole point. So this is my agenda, because people are like, oh, you have agendas. No, my agenda is not to go sit in a bar and have a beer with David Duchovny. If he does that, I'll go, but that's not my agenda.
Well, if anything, your agenda is you don't have a place where you can go that is strictly positive. Everywhere you go, it's either negative or it's paparazzi.
Gossip.
you're not happy about it. So like, oh, it's almost like you're filling the void for yourself.
Well, yeah, that's
and you're creating a website that you want to see.
And that's how
I think that's the secret to any successful business.
And it's not a business. It's
pure but you know what I mean.
It's a pure hobby. It makes me upset to see people upset with us.
Right.
And that's why I wanted to deactivate it, because if it ever became something negative, that's exactly what I didn't want. Save me a place at the bar without David there, please. I never wanted to be a negative thing. I didn't want to paint David in. I didn't want to represent him negatively. So if I had done that anyway, I'm just going to say right now, I apologize, and I want to not...
I haven't done anything negative to David, have we?
No, but, like, I think there have been a couple tweets that, like, maybe I sent out criticizing venues. I think I may have sent out something during the Boston venue because I was literally yelled at and pushed by a security guard for no reason. And I talked about that yesterday during the, when I walked in the door, he was like, single file! And I was like, okay, and there was nobody next to me, and then he was like, no! And he pushed me. I was like, what the heck? Literally, I got pushed. But no, I did tweet some tweets that were a little bit negative, and there have been times where I tweeted stuff where it may have seemed like I was subtweeting people where I said, hey, cool it on the paparazzi pics, or... You know, for a while there was like David's Monday where everyone was posting pictures of David every Monday. Yeah, it's not about David, but no. But we want that part is not about David. But I guess the thought that people started attacking us for taking photos of him and videos of him at his shows, which were clear with the producers, and people were making me feel like David didn't want that and making me feel like I was representing him negatively. Like, it was a very not a good feeling, because everything I was doing this last tour was exactly what I've done all along. I didn't do anything differently. I was there, I was filming stuff, I didn't film the whole thing, I danced, like, you won't see a lot of videos.
Well, the shitheads have always been shitheads, though.
They haven't, but, like, I feel like for some reason this, like, all of a sudden there was this big... because of the filming thing, there was this big, like, wall.
Yeah.
No, the sound is definitely not always that good. Especially on a phone. Phones. Yeah, people get mad at concert photos, but not protesting the paparazzi pics. Yeah, it's hypocrisy, in my opinion, but... Basically, we were being trolled.
Y'all a bunch of hypocrites.
I was being trolled before that.
Not the people listening.
I was being trolled before that a few times, because... there was, it wasn't I basically defended somebody.
Bunch of jealous bitches.
Walter, we said we're not going to say that.
Jealous little girls.
I defended a friend that likes to take photo ops and make them really cute because she's absolutely adorable. And she's a really sweet person. And people love her photo ops, and they're actually good for the celebrity who does the photo ops with her, because they go viral and people see them, and people see them and say, oh my god, next time this person comes down or comes to Wizard World, I want to buy a photo op. So I'm going to spend the $300 and get the VIP. So it's actually a good thing. If a celebrity doesn't want to do a photo op a certain way, I've seen some photo ops that were made me uncomfortable, and they were never disrespectful. But the celebrity can say, no, I don't want to do that photo op. They have every right to do that. It's not like that. But there was a lot of attacks going on from that, and I defended. Yeah, it shows that the celebrity is cool. Yeah, it does. It's good for the celebrity. And I defended that person, which made me then a target for attacks from the same group of people who shall not be named. There's only like 2 or 3 of them. I've never met them in my life, so I don't know who they are. But other than that, I wasn't trolled.
You know, we've had to realize in recent months, we've gotten to a place, and a few people have told us this. When we hang out with our friends, we don't feel like we're the leaders of a group. We are a bunch of friends hanging out. Maybe they want me to sing more songs and they want to sing at karaoke, but we just are a bunch of friends hanging out, drinking, chatting, talking, whatever, right? And I think, what people have pointed out to us is that we are sort of like perceived as leaders of a fan club,
like
fandom,
public figures, or
you know, and we even call it public figures. I'm like, okay, and I think there's an aspect.
Check mark, Twitter.
The most popular president is only popular with 60% of the people,
like when's
right?
the next hangout.
So there are people the most popular, the nicest person in the world is still going to have 20-30% of the world that hates them because of their own ego, insecurity, jealousy, whatever, right? Well, their own negative shit is going to superimpose on their perception of everything. So there's nothing you can do. And we, I think, increased the number of people that don't like us because we engaged with those people and showed maybe a darker side of ourselves. But, or more so, they don't know those other people. They only know us. They don't know the whole story. All they do is see us being negative, and all we're doing is being reactionary.
And honestly, right? two or three people out of like
and we
hundreds.
made the mistake of being reactionary in public because we were really upset.
Well,
and they're upset that we wanted to get rid of the Decomniacs, but it got to the point where, you know, if we're in tears or we're not having fun, and we're shelling out all this money to do what we're doing, and we're just doing constantly under attack by somebody.
Yes, we accept everybody in the fold.
We accept everybody, but you know, we're artists. We're sensitive. We don't have these thick walls a lot of other people have.
Delicate flower, okay?
Yeah. We're people. We're
no
humans. And you know what? We can rise above it, but we are human. We will get upset when we're under attack by enough people, even if it's total strangers. It's like, where is this coming from? We're not used to this. We don't know what to do with it. It's hurtful. And then especially when people you thought were friends start engaging in this activity, it's painful.
Yeah, it's painful.
Very hurtful. And I think a lot of people, we've all been there. But all of a sudden, we're at a place where it feels like it's coming at us from all angles.
Well, my feeling is like if I go to a place and I'm not comfortable anymore, and I'm not having a good time,
I'm not going to pay hundreds of dollars to go there. That's for sure.
I'm not going to go and like have to deal with people that are not nice. So
I'll still risk going to Candle Cafe for the meal.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no cover charge. You know, worst case scenario, we leave, we go to City Diner.
Apparently, it's like
cheaper.
It's like you go to Candle Cafe, say his name 3 times, he shows up. It's like Bloody Mary.
Well, I was gonna say more like Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, that's true.
Yeah.
But
both are scary.
Yeah, well, Davis does scary.
Well, no,
it's scary for me. I'll run away.
He's more funny. Bloody Mary, yeah. Bloody Mary.
You can't have fun when your friends aren't. I think going into this tour, we backed away and we were thinking about canceling everything because, it's Melanie. Yeah, Melanie attracted him there for some reason. Some of the universe.
I blame Sophia.
She didn't give a crap. She's like, yeah, so what?
What are these old people worried about?
Before that, the issue there was more of an issue of people that I was friends with that stopped going, and the original people, like I said, now the original Decomniacs, and we're all Decomniacs. If you're a fan,
my favorite shirt.
Stopped go. A lot of people stopped going because there was certain situations happening with one other person, and I don't even want to go into that because it's not worth it. And that person has actually settled down quite a bit, so I appreciate that. But yeah, that made me upset.
Who am I?
A person had left an event because of that person, and I never want to be the reason for someone not going to an event. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
That's supposed to be King Tut.
No, it's bad luck. What are you doing?
That's not a picture of King Tut.
No, I don't care. It's bad luck.
Look ahead, the thing.
I don't know what he's doing. So ultimately, I don't want to go to. I want everyone to be able to show up at these things and have a good time. And those who can't, I want to be able to go and cover these events and have like a little write up and a recap afterwards. Go have fun, do our thing, and leave. That's all I want.
You know what?
I don't really care. That's all I want. Go, do our thing, which is like support David and watch a concert, and truck is loud.
Aliens!
And then watch a concert, watch a book event, and take a few photos and leave. That's all.
You know what? Isn't it more fun to have
and then
fun?
Put it on the website, or tweet about it, or post it on Instagram, or post it on YouTube.
Does anyone out there feel good about themselves for being shitty?
You look slimmer. Have you been losing weight?
I think it's all black on top of a black couch.
Yeah, it blends in.
No, I feel good.
You shouldn't be scared to have fun. It's true. But there was, it's for David like a bra. Don't get walled back on nipples again. We really don't need him doing that.
Nipple
what were you trying to say? We interrupted your thought.
We're having fun. And maybe you're jealous. Maybe whatever. Maybe you really don't approve of what we're doing, whatever. You think we're crazy to go to all these concerts, whatever. You don't have to be my friend. I don't understand the need to attack and, and shame and shade and drag and all this bullshit, right? 2, does it make you feel good to be a shitty person? I don't think it does. Doesn't make
me feel good.
I have been upset and said and done some shitty things in my past. And it just makes me feel shittier. And maybe I'm unique in that way. I don't think I am. Right? I don't think I am. Treating people like shit. I think, and people treat people like shit because they're not feeling good. It doesn't make you feel better. Now, you may not be self-aware that you're being shitty. I am. When I'm shitty to somebody, I'm like, I just said something really shitty. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. In fact, I said something that's shitty, just a few weeks ago, and I broke into tears and apologized because I'm like, oh shit, that was a really shitty thing to say. I hate that. People say don't fly off the handle and say stupid, shitty little things all the time, right? And I apologize. I hate that shit. I hate that shit when it comes out of my mouth.
But you said it verbally. It wasn't somebody you didn't know, and you didn't.
A lot of people say shit to people that they same way, and they just what usually happens. People are so embarrassed for being shitty that they just go away.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to deal. They want to be adult and own up to being shitty.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that I was shitty. I'm going to own up to it, and it still may be over between us, right? Depending on you, but I'm going to at least say I feel shitty for being shitty. You know what I mean? And if I went too far, if I was too hurtful, and then I have to live with that, and I fucked up. But again, a 2-minute conversation with weeks before all the rumors and all the gossip and all the other stuff and all the shit, you don't like something I do, have a 2-minute conversation with me, and then you might still decide I don't like what you're doing. But have that 2-minute conversation with the person rather than just putting all that shit into the universe, all that negative energy, which is 90% of what's wrong with this world right now. Yeah. It's the reason we have an asshole like Donald Trump for president. Even the people that support him don't necessarily like him.
Fear-mongering and shit.
They're like, they don't like what's going on in D.C. We need to send somebody in to blow shit up because what's going on in D.C. has got to stop. And I see the benefit of having somebody as shitty as Donald Trump in D.C. that Congress actually, if we don't talk together, he will destroy our country. So it's forcing people from the left and the right to talk a little bit. Or at least it's forcing all the different camps within the different whatnot to talk, right? It's forcing a lot of conversations. So
my biggest thing is if I have a problem with you and I say I have a problem with something you did, if you blow me off and don't talk to me about it, there's no way to fix it. We need to have a conversation before moving forward.
Right.
It has to happen because otherwise, it's just gonna happen again and again and again and again.
All right.
If I don't say, well, this upset me. It upsets me when you do this. This is something you do I don't like. And if you can't say, okay, I'll try not to do that. Okay.
Right.
You have a point that, you know what, I was wrong. And I think the same goes the other way around. Like, if you come to me and you say, Larice, I don't like it when you do this. I will listen to you and I will try to change. And that's all I have to say about that. Right. I think I talked about that yesterday. That didn't really have anything to do with trolling because trolls don't even know you. Can I have your opinion on the fall release at the end of you can have our opinion now because I think we've talked about trolling enough. The fall release, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know why it's delayed. Maybe he's got some other project lined up. I have no clue.
No, I don't think it's delayed because there's a scheduling concern. Oh, no? I think it's delayed because they need that much time to edit it. I think they took longer.
Post-production?
Yeah, they're still.
This is speculation.
It's a matter. Total speculation. I don't know.
No idea.
But they did say
more than what Brad had said.
I think originally, a year ago when they scheduled these concerts, they were hoping to have the album out in time for these concerts. Yeah, that's why I thought that. Right?
I thought that was a.
I imagine at some point they had that in their heads, but then they realized, it sounds like they had not even started to edit or do anything in post before the tour.
Yeah, so, maybe they want time to release for another tour.
No, I don't think it's a scheduling thing. I think they literally do not have. They don't have it done.
There's no way.
I don't know, but it's not going to be done before the summer.
But it's already been recorded. He said everything's been done.
It's all recorded, but they have to go in. They have to do the after effects. They have to do whatever they do with audio recording and mixing and editing and whatever they do to get it just right and talk about the show. Now, it could be that it won't be ready till the summer, and for some reason they don't want to release it over the summer. When's his book coming out? Is that coming out at some point? They don't have a release. That doesn't release date either.
No. He said he had to make edits and send it to the publisher.
Yeah.
So.
And maybe he is filming something over the summer that they want to do it in the fall when he has time to do a marketing blitz.
Melanie's here.
Hey, Melanie. So, but there's so many factors that go into it.
We have no idea. It's just speculation.
I don't have an opinion on it.
He said they were going to try and do some acoustic videos for.
They've been saying that for a while.
They're working on a YouTube channel for him, an official YouTube channel. That I don't know when that's going to go up, but that hopefully they're going to do more videos like what they did for the
the Love Fest, the Love-a-thon. Yeah.
I did meet the videographer, a really nice guy. He did, I believe he filmed that last show at Gramercy. I don't know if they have rights to use what he filmed or not. I don't know if any of that's going to be released, but he was there. And maybe they'll post it up. But he did a pretty good job filming the Love-a-thon thing. And Brad edited that himself, he said. So that's all I can tell you about that, because I don't really know anything else. Tracks are all recorded. Yeah. So. Yeah,
they're done in the studio. And I think, unless they have to do what they call looping kind of thing, but I think they're done with that stuff too.
I don't know enough about it.
No.
I can't tell you. I just I know as much as you do. I don't know. They just need to mix and master. Doubt they'll plan to take 6 months for that.
Plus, when you realize they're basically running this like an independent artist. They happen to have a big name who has some money behind him, but it's done like an independent artist. And what happens is, like when we do an independent movie, or, even like a lot of independent movies where there's a couple $1 million involved, a lot of times it's a matter of time and money. So, you could pay a guy to sit down for a month and do it, but that means paying his entire salary for that month, right? Or you have somebody like Brad and Colin are going to get together when they have time and do it for cheaper, right? Do it on a budget. Do it on a shoestring.
I don't know if that's the case or not.
No, this is all speculation, but I know they run this basically like an independent, or it is an independent label, right? It's all, and they do it. It's not like they have a huge amount of money.
I don't know about it.
Or I don't know how much David said, listen, here's $1 million, go do it right.
Postpone to coordinate the album with the next tour.
Right.
No, David didn't produce it. Brad's label produced it, which is Gang Management right now.
Well, they produced it, but who do you think put the money up for it? Did they raise money like a traditional project?
They have I thought they had, and I don't know for sure, and I don't know. I thought they had a bigger company, like they were an offshoot of a bigger music company.
Maybe, but I think with this kind of project,
their distribution was through a bigger music company, I believe. Like a bigger.
No, I don't think it's so much a bigger company, but they have a distribution deal.
Is our stuff still going? I feel like it got dark. I don't know.
Yeah, it's still running. I think what they do is they have a distribution deal, an umbrella company that's handling the Spotify, the iTunes, the online stuff. Now, maybe what they're doing, they're waiting for that deal to. This could be an excuse why they're waiting to fall. This is actually a really good excuse why. No. This is a good excuse.
He's talking out of his ass.
Well, they keep having the problem with Spotify and iTunes, right? They're having problems with their distribution company. It could be that.
Are they? I don't know.
Well, they said, something's going on with the third party, and that's why it keeps disappearing.
Okay.
Right? They had a group that financed it?
Fake news.
Uh-oh. Well, what I'm saying is
it's fake news at this point. So.
Who financed it then?
I don't know.
But they have a group that financing. That probably means David put up some money and somebody else put up some money.
I don't want to put wrong information out.
I might be wrong. I remember wrong.
What? Oh! They posted the pics were posted from their office when Hell or High Water first came out.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And maybe it's kind of like when he did House of D. He had people put up money to produce it. He had his producing team.
But again, this is fake news again.
Well, I would say, producing. There's
Well, you don't know.
Well, no, you don't know. I'm not saying David put money out of his pocket, but I'm saying there's money that goes in.
Short answer is we don't know.
Well, no. There's a lot of aspects to it.
No.
I think this is how producing works. You raise money. You do the project,
but
and then depending on how much money is available, Huh? But producing is producing. It's art's producing. I don't know. I haven't done an album, so I don't know the exact how they come together. But what could be like if they have a distribution deal that they don't like, they're waiting for that to expire.
No, she's not. He's not work with her anymore. I was told, but again, I don't know how accurate that is.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm all speculation. I'm more talking about generally how producing works and like different reasons why you would wait. It could be, but they're not really. And maybe they want to do another tour.
I don't know. We don't know.
Well, I know the reason they don't have it done now was a time issue.
We don't know about that. We don't know if that's true.
No, it is. They didn't have time to get it done. Or maybe they weren't even trying originally, but maybe that wasn't a goal.
Whoa,
but
stop. You don't know. We don't know.
I don't know. But I know more about this than a lot of people do.
But we don't know.
I've produced.
You have.
And I'm very familiar with. I've read books on producing.
Okay.
And I know basically the gist of how
Hi from
producing.
Boston. Hope to see you guys in the next event. Fall, perhaps. Love your chat. Thank you.
I love a fall tour. If it comes to New York. I might not be doing like a worldwide tour for a while.
Yeah, I don't know how many more of these
we have more time in the fall. If he does Australia in December, I can't go because December is my biggest money move. You're a producer? Yay, so you know what I'm talking about.
That was Melanie.
That's Melanie?
She's spreading fake news.
Oh!
Walt's been spreading fake news for the past 10 minutes.
I'm not spreading fake news. I'm speculating.
Okay. He's gossiping now.
But no, it's not gossiping. But it's, they're all the different reasons. I'm educating all the different reasons why a producer may or may not release today.
The thing is, people take this at face value and they go and they're like, well, I heard this, because Walt said this, because they think you know and you don't.
No, this is a discussion.
But Walt, you have to understand, people think you know and you don't.
Well, David thinks I know.
No.
So I understand where they're coming from.
This is true.
David, how can you have a question? You know everything. And now I'm just trying to prove that. I know everything. The reason they don't have a release date
Santa at the Barbie having a Foster's. Okay. That sounds good.
I prefer real beer, though. I can't drink Foster's.
I want to go. I don't know if we're going to be going. We're not going to be going to any shows if they're in December.
This could be a good time to end the podcast.
This thing about doing a live thing, maybe we need to stop, because this is what happens.
Being alive.
Stop it. It's basically a live podcast.
Podcast.
Fuck out of here. So I'm really glad you tuned in to our live blog session about trolling.
Thank you.
Had nothing to do with trolling. We talked about trolling for all of 2 seconds.
No, we were talking about trolling for a while.
It was a poop cast. It was a poop cast.
Oh, there was a lot of shit.
When is the next meetup? We're going to Arthur Avenue
Saturday, right? Who wants to get some Italian food? We'll introduce you to the Cannoli King.
Smell-o-vision.
Scratch and sniff.
Everyone is welcome. Stop it. Everyone is welcome.
Yeah, come join.
The troll is out. Peace out to company.
If you haven't been to Arthur Avenue before, you're in for a treat.
I wish I could. Saturday. Who can't? Oh, well, Babby's not. Obviously, you're not here because you're not here. And we miss you.
We don't have a Little France.
Little France?
We have Little Italy. We have 2 Little Italies. There's no Little France.
Well, Charlotte, why don't you come here and you'll be on our next live fan discussion, because I like it better than a podcast because there's interaction. When is karaoke?
Oh, what if we did a live X-Files podcast and continue the series, but podcast. Do it live? Yeah.
We can record us in addition to doing that, but then I think it would sound if you listen to it, it would sound bad. Quebec is Little France.
It's all that kale.
Quebec is Little France. Quebec. That's all the way up there, though. It's not here.
Well, no, like every city has a Little Italy, has a Chinatown, sometimes has a Koreatown. Make your own season 11.
Kale is shit.
Well, that's why I was starting to write on Twitter the other day, where I was driving a whole van of
that was Walt Tubney fic.
Walt Tubney, X-Files Walt Tubney.
That was season 11.
It's a spin-off. Walt Tubney season 11. X-Files season 11. Walt Tubney is real.
Walt Tubney.
And that's the name of the first episode. And I'm driving a bus load of Covniacs.
He left us in a
down
bus.
95 South.
He left us for dead.
And there's like a flash of light. There's like an alien ship. I think it was an alien ship. It was so fast, you never know. Could be an ARV. It could have been like swamp gas. You never know. And so, because it's X-Files. And we're never going to find out for real.
You left us in a ditch.
We left you in a ditch. And I went walking about 20 minutes. I came across an undiscriminate house, or what do they call it? An unextraordinary house?
Well, you use
what do they call it? What do we call it?
Unremarkable.
An unremarkable. Oh, unremarkable. I call it an unremarkable house at the end of a long driveway.
People turn to Marita and Mulder. Ooh.
Marita.
You wrote Marita and Mulder fic?
Me?
No, Charnette.
Marita's still alive? Ooh.
Yeah, she's dead.
She's hot.
Walt likes her.
She was Walking Dead.
She's a zombie. Yeah, well, Chris Carter left Mulder dying on a bridge. It's true. Might as well have just left us in the ditch.
I was not very happy with the end of season 2.
So today is World Poets Day. Is today World Poets Day?
I don't know it.
When we were on that bridge. Yeah, we did go on that bridge, but that wasn't
where that was the Key Bridge, right?
That wasn't where they filmed.
No, the Key Bridge, Georgetown.
Filmed in Vancouver.
That's the 14th Street Bridge? Or is that the...
I don't know if I'm going to post this on YouTube, because it's been a little weird.
I'm always a little weird.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. Thanks, Walt.
You're welcome. Was that facetious, or are you really thanking me? Edit it! Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
Oh, come sail away.
Oh, do you want me to sing that? Or did I have that up there?
I printed it up in case you wanted to do something.
I'm sailing away.
Bye, friend. Bye-bye. Walt's going to sing.
Don't know what it is.
But we were supposed to make up a song.
Okay. I'm sailing away.
Walt's doing karaoke.
Said I know because for virginity.
You didn't play the intro. That really cool intro. It doesn't sound very good. You're not there? Oh, you're not here.
I'm sailing away.
Like Mulder and Scully in the little boat.
Said an open course for the Virgin Sea.
And the ship is sinking.
I've got to be free.
This is your lullaby. Sticks.
Free to face a life that's ahead of me. I think so. Sticks or Kings? I'm board, I'm the captain, so climb aboard. We'll search for tomorrow on every shore, and I'll try, oh Lord, I'll try to carry on.
Sticks. That's what I thought. Never mind.
The wrong way.
Someone's a little dry.
I look to the sea. In the waves of spark, my
Sticks. You went to see his Sticks? At the old Nassau?
I think of childhood friends, dreams that we've had. Wait. Oh wait. Some happy, some sad. I think of childhood friends and the dreams we've had. Give me water. Give me water. Give me water.
Why don't we do another song? Because this one is. It's World Poets Day, so we have to make up stuff.
All right. Let me get to the good part.
All right, we're gonna.
Gathering of angels appeared above my head. They sang to be the song of hope, and this is what they said. They said, "Come sail away, come sail away with me.
So fake news.
We're still here. I thought we were sailing away.
We're gonna do fake news.
Fake news. All right, fake
What's
news.
fake news?
Donald Trump has been impeached today because it turns out he was lying all the time, and people started to really understand and care.
President.
That's right. President Queen Gillian Anderson.
Actually, Donald Trump read Gillian Anderson's book and decided that she should take over.
Yeah, so we need a different orange hair now. A red. Different redhead now.
But she isn't a redhead.
He's not really orange either.
And she wore a wig.
Yeah.
And actually, Donald Trump stole Gillian's wig from the set of X-Files.
And now Donald Trump has a new job selling burgers at McDonald's.
And while wearing Gillian's wig.
Yeah. And her shit-stained dress.
The dress was probably discarded, but the shit stain remained on the pants that she.
When you have $1 billion, you can recover anything.
Now get to our island. So we're gonna sing a song about Duchovnia.
Duchovnia?
Yes, our land of Duchovnia. Shardy. This is Anatevka. Isn't this? This is Anatevka.
I travel everywhere just to see. Right.
Not like an island song, like like some
It's my reggae.
well, like the the Jason Mraz type thing. Like Jason Mraz. Jason, not like
Well, I set to sail and on my way. Won't be back for many a day. I don't know the rest of this Dolly Belafonte song, but I'm saying farewell to Jamaica.
no, do a island song. We'll come up with a Duchovnia because it's gonna be beautiful. Come to the place where everybody will love you. Come hang out with us on the land of Duchovnia. We've got nice people that live there. You can wear clothes or go all bare. You can live with us happily, even if you are not a fan. Next to Duchovnia is Anderstand, in town of Anderstand. We need a flag in Anderstand.
It's just a little brown streak on a white background. That's the flag of an understand.
And if you look over there in the hedge, you will see the town of Pelagia. The pledgies hang out with Dita, spending their nights drinking margaritas.
Kind of a microstate.
Yeah, it's fun. Come to our
Micronation.
land. Come to our land. Oh, that wasn't a very good ending. Sorry. Oh, a bunch of people came on. You're just in time for us to end.
That was the
Terms.
state theme song of Duchovnia.
That was the Duchovnia song.
Terms and conditions apply.
Def terms
That's
and
right.
conditions apply.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
This terms has limits.
just so you know, if there's a wall that is built, we won't have any walls. It'll just be like an island.
Are there islands in the stream?
No trolling. No trolling. That's true. Trolls will actually be sent. There is a section for trolls, but they're put in this caged area where we put them until they've repented for their trolling ways, and then we let them back out. And if they troll again, they go back. Oh, CSM. Yeah, you have to go live with CSM is where you have to hang out with all the trolls.
He's like in the Burbs of Atlanta,
right?
right?
You have to hang out with. We lock you in a room with Diana Fowley. Ooh. And you have to listen to
the foul one would not be
bad
terrible.
Karaoke, which means you have to listen to drunk people sing Jimmy Buffett songs.
The foul one, I just saw the foul one on something. Was she on Colony?
She was on Colony?
Or was she on Iron Fist? I just watched the show, and Diana Fowley was on there.
I don't think anybody liked Diana Fowley, not a single person.
Oh, she's so old and rated. Like, she was amazing. And she's so hated. I never understood.
Charlotte liked her.
She was just trying to survive.
You're the one.
And she thought she was helping.
She wasn't helping.
She thought she was helping. But that's how they get you. You know, they confuse you. They think, listen, the world's going to end, and you can either die or you can be part of the solution.
Defense of you liked her too?
And I'm not defending her actions. I'm saying it's not black and white.
She was bad.
I understand why she did what she did.
No, I don't understand.
She thought she was helping Mulder.
No, she didn't.
She wasn't doing it to be evil. Fowler wasn't evil.
Badly.
She was manipulated by CSM. Even CSM thinks he's doing the right thing.
It's kind of funny that she made.
But a lot of tyrants think they're doing the right thing. Maniacal, megalomaniacs. They're going to remake the world in their own image.
They're selfish. They want to save themselves.
By the end of the next year, we're all going to have orange hair.
Themselves and let everyone else die in the invasion. So I think it's time to say goodbye to all my family.
MICKYM.
We're gonna save it for the next video. Okay.
Sing it or save it?
Save it. Charnette, you have to sing too.
You gotta leave them wanting more.
You gotta sing.
Yeah. Sing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to sing.
Sing a song.
You have to sing.
Sing out loud.
You do sing. You sing more than any other person that comes with us to karaoke. It's like you, me, and Walt.
You're actually really good. More than just a macho man.
Sing all the time.
Macho man! Of good things, not
You sing. Goldfinger.
Sing of happy, not sad.
Goldfinger. I don't even know that. I have videos of you singing. It's not fake news. Don't. We're not doing that song. We're not doing that song.
But Bob sings that song. I saw Bob in concert when I was a kid at the Shady Grove Theater. Really? Bob from Sesame Street. It was Bob and Friends. Different Bob.
He's the man.
Bob was really good live in concert.
The man with the Midas touch. Midas touch. The mighty touch. The
golden showers.
Oh my God! You know what? We're done.
Man who pees on you.
And Piotis.
What? Did I take it too far again?
Piotis.
Did I take it too far? Did I go? Was that in the wrong direction?
Piotis, the man that gold shout. That you could actually make that parody with Trump. Gold shower. Yeah, Bob, the guy that sang that song. Singular? He does singular commercials?
Bob does? Bob from Sesame Street?
Mm-hmm. He's David's agent. Oh, God. You know what? I don't like where this conversation is going, so I'm going to end this.
Are you saying he's thinking with this Bob?
No, I'm